President Trump is celebrating the peace plan that has put a stop to the fighting in Gaza and brought the Israeli hostages home. Hamas has released the last 20 remaining living hostages and the bodies of 4 deceased hostages. Israel has freed roughly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners. And the handover does mark the most significant step yet. Dick Brennan is here now with the emotional reunions today. Dick?
Well, Christine and Jessica, President Trump announced an end to the war, even though this was only the first phase of his peace plan. But for families of hostages, it was an end to 2 torturous years of waiting and hoping. A mother reunited with her son, and after 2 agonizing years, relief and joy. The 20 living hostages released finally felt freedom and embraced their families. Cheers erupted in Hostage Square in Tel Aviv as crowds gathered to watch coverage of the return. Israel released 250 Palestinians serving long terms in Israeli prisons and 1,700 others detained in Gaza during the war. Freed prisoner Mohammed Khatib said, "I'm very happy. It's indescribable. I'm looking for my family. I want to reach them." Israel also shared footage of a convoy transporting the bodies of what's believed to be 4 of the deceased hostages that have been returned.
This is not only the end of a war. This is the end of an age of terror and death and the beginning of the age of faith and hope and of God.
President Trump then flew to Egypt for a ceremonial signing of the agreement and a summit to begin discussing the next phases of the Trump plan.
With the historic agreement we've just signed, those prayers of millions have finally been answered.
The UN also reported real progress in getting aid into Gaza.
There may be some people who would like to see victory where, Hamas is actually, on its knees and there's waving a white flag. Victory isn't always that kind of scenario.
President Trump even used the day to make a direct appeal to Israel's president to pardon Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who's a defendant in a corruption trial.
Hey, I have an idea. Mr. President, why don't you give him a pardon? Give him a pardon. Come on.
Now negotiators must move to the next phases in the peace plan, which the thorny issues of the governing of Gaza and the disarming of Hamas will come up. But for right now, joy. Jessica.
That's right. And so much joy that many Jewish Americans in our area stayed up all night to watch the emotional releases on live television. Lisa Rosner has their reaction.
On Broadway near 76th Street, the posters of the 20 hostages released alive from Hamas captivity have a handwritten addition, the word home.
I stayed up until 4 a.m. I saw that the hostages were moved from Hamas captivity to the Red Cross. I woke up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. to just see the reunions with the families.
Israeli-American and Brooklyn resident Nim Shapira has come to know the posters and several hostage families through his documentary Torn, which officially qualified for Oscar consideration.
These 24 hours are the first time that so many of Jews around the world, Israelis and allies, have been able to breathe and put on a smile.
It's hard to even put into words how joyous these videos are.
It's a mix of emotions. While many are celebrating, there are also people thinking of those whose loved ones' bodies have not yet been returned.
Yet we have to keep in mind there are still 28 hostages remains that are held in Gaza. We expect 4 to be released soon.
The family of Long Island native Omer Nutra flew to Israel to meet with White House officials, holding on to hope their son's body would be returned.
This will not erase or ease the pain for the families of the thousands of Israelis who lost their lives from October 7, 2023 up until now. It will not ease or erase the pain for the grieving families of the tens of thousands of Palestinians who lost their lives. The only way forward is coexistence.
On the Upper West Side, Lisa Rosner, CBS News, New York.